Hi, hello, good morning everyone. I'm saying good morning because it's 6:30 here in Bristol. It's time to have espresso with my trendy cup from Jack Wills, by the way. Jack Wills is a shop here that we've got in the UK. And I've got a great thing like this, and that's a typical color of Jack Wills. So have your coffee ready. Perfect espresso to start the morning. I always had Android in my life. Then my last Android flagship was a Samsung Galaxy S6. Then I moved to iPhone with iPhone 6s Plus for a little bit more than a year. Then I was due an upgrade back in December, and I decided to go from iPhone to Android again with the Galaxy S8 Plus. I had the Galaxy S8 Plus for around 8 days, 9 days, but I decided to return it and to get this one instead. And I'm gonna give you all the reason why and why it was not for me. So this is my review of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus on the perspective of iPhone user and why at the end the phone didn't work for me. Let's start the review. So let's start with the first part of the video and the thing that I really liked about the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, because let's be honest, is a great phone in some aspect. The design is beautiful. I think the infinity display is fantastic. The design of the phone is really good. The way they've done the new shape of the phone, that is taller now, it fits perfectly well in the hand. The display is absolutely amazing. Typical Samsung, color popping, really a great display, probably one of the best you can get right now. Another positive point of the design and of the Samsung S8 Plus is the fast charging, because when you've got a battery that is not that great, like the Samsung S8 Plus is okay, but it's not the best, the fast charging is really great, and in half an hour you can get something like 3, 4 or 5 hours extra of battery life, and that's a really good addition. And as a bonus, the fast charging comes inside the box, which is really good, and I think Apple should learn about that, because the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone 10 is compatible with fast charging. But guess what? They're charging us 30 quid, 40 quid to buy extra the fast charger in the Apple store. Not good, Apple, not good. And I really liked also all the button placement. I think the way it works, I really like it, and they feel really great in the hand. There is only one thing on the design that I didn't like, and is the display. Is the speaker. There is only one speaker, and I think that with this beautiful phone, Samsung should have gone for stereo speakers. They didn't. They stuck to 1 liter speaker. It's okay, but it's not very great, it's not very loud, and it doesn't sound that clear. It is a real shame. And talking about audio, there is one more thing that you should know, is that it's got headphone jacks, which is very good, and it comes with some great headphones that are made by Samsung but tuned by AKG, and they works really well. So well done on the design. So all of these are the things that I really liked about the S8 Plus, and now let's start the second part with the thing that I didn't really like about the Galaxy S8 Plus. Let's go. Let's start about the user experience, and with TouchWiz, or the Samsung UI as I'm calling it. Everybody said that the new TouchWiz is great, and it's true, it looks very nice. I think it's very clean, it's a very nice way of nice skin of Android. I think it's probably one of the best. It looks really great, and it's got some good addition. But there is a problem. TouchWiz is still TouchWiz, so I don't really understand why a lot of reviewers say that this phone is super fast. Because TouchWiz, you can see that sometimes it's slowing down, sometimes you've got some lag, sometimes it is not working as it should be, and it's a bit frustrating because this phone is a beast. It's got a huge processor, it's got a lot of RAM, and it should be very fast, and it's an expensive phone also, especially to have on a contract on 2 years time. So I found the TouchWiz to be still very annoying, and because when you launch an app, the app should launch, you push the app and it should launch immediately. But sometimes, for some reason, still, I don't know if it's TouchWiz or if it's Android, I do not know, you push the app and it launches after half a second. It's not as fluid, and it's not as I expect a phone to work in 2017 or 2018, especially with the specs of the S8 Plus. And that was quite frustrating because it reminded me the Galaxy S6 Plus, the Galaxy S6 that I had. It reminded me of the Note 3, the Note 4 that I had. And I thought, oh, wait a minute, if after 1 week is already doing this, there is no way I'm gonna get this phone for 2 years on a contract, because after a year, it's gonna be very difficult to use. And that was one of the main issues that I had. That sometimes was slowing down, sometimes it had some little lag that you could notice, that was noticeable, and that was really frustrating and quite annoying in my opinion. Second thing that I was a bit disappointed is a camera. Everybody talked about a camera, there was an amazing camera, and let's be honest, when it's a perfect daytime outside with good lighting condition, this camera can take amazing pictures. The only thing is, if you want a 16:9, like in a lot of phone, you cannot use the maximum resolution, the maximum megapixel, and that's a bit annoying, but it's been like this with Samsung for the last few years. So that's something that you have to remember. On low light condition, well, I was actually disappointed and a bit frustrated, because I thought, in my opinion, I thought the S8 Plus would be great in low light condition. It's okay, it's better than iPhone 6s Plus, don't get me wrong, but it's not what I expected. I checked with pictures I took with my old Samsung Galaxy S6 on similar condition, similar places, and similar lighting condition at night, and I think with what I can compare, the S6 had better low light condition, was better in low light condition. So I don't know, I don't have any more than S6, so I cannot take pictures at the same time with both phones, but I think the S6 was a little bit better, which it's a shame. I was a bit surprised, and I expected something better with S8 Plus at night. But well, it's a smartphone at the end of the day. For example, the iPhone 8 Plus I think is much better in low light condition than the S8 Plus, and the iPhone 6s Plus was rubbish in low light condition. So Apple has improved in my opinion, and Samsung, I don't know, I expected something else. But the camera is not only about pictures, the camera is also about videos, and that was, in my opinion, is the weakest part of this camera. The same in daytime condition, the videos are okay, but they're not as great and as smooth as the iPhone. I think iPhone is still better in videos than Android phones. The slow motion is okay, but it's still the same. It's not the best. And filming in 4K with S8 Plus, especially talking and filming in 4K, I've noticed sometimes slight delay with the talking and voice, you know, the voice and video. There was a slight delay that is not even half a second, but the sync is not on time, and it's a bit frustrating because you can notice it and you cannot use the video for that. So. Yes, I had some great videos, some good videos, quite a few of bad videos. The only good thing of this camera is that the autofocus is extremely fast. It works, it's fantastic, that's a good thing. But I was a bit disappointed in low light condition and videos. I expected something better. There is also another great plus about the camera, the microphone. The microphone is fantastic on the S8 Plus, much better than an iPhone. Is a really good, is a really good microphone. Talking about camera, we have to talk about apps, because when you've got an Android phone, and you always had Android phone like I had in the past, you think that you've got all the best apps possible, and it's true. When you check with iTunes, the App Store on iPhone, you've got more or less the same apps. But when you switch to iPhone, like I did, and you switch back to Android, like I did, you realize that the quality of the apps on Android are not that great, not as great as on the iPhone, and that's an issue for some of the apps. You can see a huge difference in quality on iPhone, and that you don't have on Android. But it's also about, I use a lot of photo editing, video editing, and in that point of view, iPhone's got amazing apps available, and Android is really lacking. You don't really have a lot of apps, great apps for photo editing, video editing, or at least they're not as great as iPhone. And I was a bit disappointed because Google's got the Google Pixel, which is a great camera phone, and I thought that they would have improved the choice of apps for photo and video editing. but it's quite behind iPhone, I have to say. So the apps, you've got a lot of apps, but the quality is certainly not the same as on iOS. And then you've got the new display, which is not anymore 16:9, it's slimmer, it's longer, it looks fantastic and it looks great. The problem is, when you want to watch Netflix, Amazon, Prime Video, YouTube, nothing is optimized for this new form of a new display ratio. So you have to zoom or you have to crop. And when you zoom, you're losing something. It's a shame because it's a really beautiful display, but I don't see and I don't know if Netflix, Amazon, YouTube will change, will update their app to have optimized for this new form, to have video optimized for this new form factor. And I think I prefer 16:9 display that you can use and you can watch everything as it's supposed to be on Amazon, on Netflix, or on YouTube, or Now TV here if you're in the UK. So this new display is great, but it doesn't work with everything, which is a shame. For web browsing, it's fantastic. So after 8-9 days, I decided to return the S8 Plus because that was more about the performances, because I thought, you know what, this phone is already showing me some lag, some here, there, and I thought I will never have a phone like this for 2 years. So I used again my iPhone 6 Plus, 6s Plus, and I could see that the 6s Plus was still faster in a lot of things than the S8 Plus. The camera was better in some aspects, not as great in the other one, but nothing that made me think, okay, I'm gonna keep this phone for 2 years. And when you move from Android to iPhone, as I did, and from iPhone to Android, as I did with the S8 Plus, you notice that the quality of apps is different. You notice that the experience is not the same. So instead, I returned my S8 Plus and I got this one. And this one is a beast. It's a iPhone 8 Plus. It's super fast. It's got a great camera and it's a lovely, lovely phone. And as I said, it's probably the most underrated phone and one of the best you can buy right now if you don't want the iPhone 10 and the notch. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you a bit of my opinion, of my experience from Android. Then I moved from to the iPhone, and then again to Android, and my experience with the S8 Plus, which is in some aspect a great phone and in some aspect not that great. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please thumb up and don't forget to subscribe. It's very important, more than ever. Please subscribe to this channel. More videos are coming in the next few days. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day wherever you are. It's 7:30 here in Bristol. Let's start the day. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.